Have you gone through previous classes? Have you gone through previous concepts? Till now, we have completed HTML, CSS, and JavaScript basics. Does anybody have any doubts regarding those sessions? Kindly reply if you have any doubts. I will clarify. If you hesitate to ask, you can chat personally with my number as well. You can see my number in WhatsApp. If you have doubts, you can raise through WhatsApp also. Till now, does anybody have any doubts? Like any doubt regarding JavaScript concepts and then some of the CSS concepts? I need reply from you. Hello. Only one replied. Remaining persons. This is web development class. In this class, we cover only HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then some of the SQL concepts, and then PHP concepts. For Java, there is another session. You have to register separately for the Java series. Okay, let us start the session. Today's session. In today's session, we are going to discuss PHP basics. We are going to cover PHP basics, some of the concepts like data types and then variables. Those concepts today we are going to cover. Does anybody have any idea about PHP? Have you listened the word PHP? Be interactive. I need answers from all. If the answer is wrong, no need to hesitate. What do you know? Kindly reply in the chat box. I need more replies. Somebody are providing, giving their idea about PHP. Till now, so many have provided the what they know about PHP. All are provided correct answers alone. Now, let us have a brief description about what is PHP and then how to use PHP and then what are all the applications of PHP and then what are all the key features and then how to run PHP. Today we will discuss. First of all, PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor. PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor. Does anybody have any idea regarding like PHP is a programming language or any other language? Does anybody have any idea? Does PHP is a programming language or other? PHP is a scripting language. PHP is a scripting language. Is my screen visible? PHP stands for hypertext, stands for hypertext preprocessor. PHP is a scripting language. PHP is a PHP is a scripting language. Let us discuss some more points regarding PHP. PHP is a open source platform. Like you can download and run your PHP programs by without any cost. PHP is a open source. No need to pay anything. And then PHP used for web development. PHP runs on server side. Like PHP mainly used for server side programming. Like the entire to run the backend to run the logics behind in the backend. We use PHP for server side programming. We use PHP. Let us brief the PHP. PHP is a hypertext preprocessor. It is widely used. PHP is widely used and it is a open source scripting language designed for web development. PHP is a open source scripting language designed for web development and it is a server side programming. Means it runs on the server to generate dynamic web content. Server side in the sense it will run in the server to generate dynamic content. The main definition you can describe like what is PHP in the sense. Let us write definition like definition for PHP. You have to say this definition when someone asks what is PHP. PHP is a server-side scripting language embedded in HTML to create dynamic web pages. The definition for PHP is nothing but PHP is a server-side scripting language, server-side scripting language embedded in HTML to create dynamic web content, web pages. PHP, you can describe the definition of PHP like PHP is a server-side scripting language embedded in HTML to create dynamic web pages. This is the definition of PHP. And then can anybody describe like what is the purpose of PHP? The main purpose of using PHP is nothing but use it to build interactive websites. Use it to build interactive websites and to manage database. To make the purpose like initially the purpose of PHP is nothing but use it to build interactive websites. Use it to build interactive websites and then manage database. Use it to manage database and then handle forms. To handle the forms and then perform server side task. The purpose of PHP is use it to build interactive websites, to manage databases, to handle form validations and then to save form data, to perform server side tasks. These are all the purpose of PHP. And then some of the key features of PHP are like key features of PHP are first of all the key feature is open source. As I said, like it is a open source platform, like free to use with large community contributing to this web development. Like it is a open source tool, like you can utilize for the web development. There is no restrictions like how this much you use, no need like no restrictions like you can use anywhere anytime. This is a open source, no need to download PHP and all, directly you can run. Just you need a server to run the PHP programs. And then this is a cross platform. Cross platform in the sense it can run on Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and then various web servers. PHP can run on Mac OS, Linux, and then Windows. It can run on any platform, so it is a cross-platform dependent. And then embedded in HTML. We can embed the PHP code in the HTML itself. And then database integration. We can integrate databases with the PHP code. We can integrate database with PHP. And then the main feature of PHP is loosely typed. Loosely typed in the sense till now we have discussed the JavaScript. In that we have to declare the keyword. Then for declaring a variable we have to use keyword like let and then the variable name and then we have to assign the value. But in the PHP there is no need to declare variable types. There is no need to declare the variable types like no need to define like it is a string, it is a varchar, this is a integer, this is a float. There is no need to define the data type. Directly you can utilize them. So it is a loosely typed. And then extensive libraries. Extensive libraries in the sense PHP have many built-in functions, like you can utilize those functions without writing the code. You can directly utilize those function built-in functions and then you can perform some of the operations. So this have PHP have more libraries, like they have more functions you can utilize directly without defining their logic and all. There are so many built-in functions, so it is a extensive libraries. PHP have extensive libraries. And then scalability. This is the main feature of the PHP scalability. It can handle some smaller scripts to larger scripts. It can handle huge script as well. You can have with the help of PHP you can build large applications as well. From small applications to large applications we can develop with the help of PHP. And then these are all the features of PHP, and then we will discuss some of the applications of PHP. The applications will be having the main application of PHP is web development. In the web development we use PHP, and then for developing e-commerce platform we use PHP, and then form handling we can handle form validations, form handling, and then API development. We can develop a API and then we can integrate them, and then this is a server side scripting, so we can it can be handle the backend. Let us have a brief description like what are all. PHP is a server side scripting language embedded in HTML to create dynamic web pages. This is a scripting language which can be embedded in HTML to create dynamic web pages. The main purpose of this PHP is used to build interactive websites, to manage databases, to handle forms, to perform server-side tasks. And then key features of PHP are it is a open source platform, and then it is a cross platform, and then we can embed it in HTML, database integration, and then loosely typed, extensive libraries, and then the scalability. Applications will include web development to develop e-commerce platforms, for form handling, and then API development. As well, we can handle the command line scripting. We can, with the help of command line, we can run the PHP, and then this is a server side scripting. These are all the applications of PHP. Now we will discuss how to run the PHP. Before we have learned like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, they can be run in the Chrome browser itself, but we can't able to run the PHP directly in the Chrome browser. For that, we have to follow some of the instructions to run the PHP in the Chrome. Let us discuss what are all the rules we have to follow to run a PHP in the Chrome browser. For that PHP will be a server side, so we need a server to run the PHP. To run PHP code, we need a server. Like there are so many servers. Let me show you some of the servers. WAMP. This is a server which is used to run the WAMP server, which with the help of this server we can run the PHP programming. Here you can able to see. Here you can able to download the server to run the PHP program. At the same time, we have another server like XAMPP server, which is also a server to run PHP. So you can able to see it supports Apache, MariaDB, PHP, and Perl. It supports these languages to run. Here you can able to see you can download for Windows, for Linux, for Mac OS. You can download here. After downloading and install, you will get an interface like this. Like this is the interface which you can be seen when download and install the application. This is the interface. which you can see when you download the install the XAMPP server. Here you can able to see there have Apache, MySQL, FileZilla and Mercury, Tomcat. These are all the servers, and then these are all the service which are provided by the XAMPP. Just you have to start the server and then utilize. For running PHP, you have to start the server, like you have to start the Apache and then MySQL server. To manage database, we use the MySQL server. For running PHP, we use Apache server to run the PHP. Just you have to start the servers. Here you can able to see. Here you can able to see now the Apache and the MySQL server are running, and then remaining all I get red in color because they are in. I have not started these servers. Just I have started the MySQL and then the Apache server. Just I have started the Apache and then MySQL server, and then after installing the XAMPP server, you can able to see this file in your C drive. The XAMPP will be installed in the C drive alone. In the C drive, this is the C drive. In the C drive, you can able to see a XAMPP folder. After installing XAMPP, successfully installing the XAMPP, you can able to see a XAMPP folder which will be located in the C drive. The XAMPP server will be installed in the C drive alone. It will not be installed in D drive and then other drives. Just you have to install the XAMPP in the C drive. Inside this XAMPP, you will be hello. Inside inside XAMPP, you can able to see these are all the folders where we have you can able to see MySQL and then history docs and then all files in the C drive. Just you can able to see a XAMPP folder. Inside XAMPP, you can able to see a htdocs file. Inside that htdocs alone, you have to write the you have to create your PHP projects. In the htdocs folder alone, you have to create your PHP files. You have to create your PHP files. You have to create your project files, like in this location alone you have to create your project files, like in the XAMPP, and then inside XAMPP you will be able to find a htdocs folder. Inside this htdocs folder, you have to create your PHP files. Inside this htdocs alone, you have to create your PHP files. For those who have installed the WAMP server, for the WAMP server, you have to go to the in the C drive alone. You can able to see a WAMP folder. Inside this WAMP folder, you can be able to see a www folder. Inside that www folder, you have to create your project folder, and then you can able to run the PHP code. For the XAMPP folders, you have to go to the XAMPP folder. Inside the XAMPP folder, you can able to see a htdocs folder. Inside htdocs, you have to place your PHP code. For those who have installed the WAMP server, for WAMP, you have to go to C drive and then WAMP. Inside WAMP, you can able to find a www folder. Inside that, you have to place your PHP code. Let us see a simple PHP program and then how to run the PHP code. In the htdocs folder, I will create a new folder. I will name it as web development. I have named the folder as web development. Now I will open the file. Inside XAMPP, I have created this web development. I will choose the web development folder. Inside this web development, I will create a simple file like index.php. To save the PHP file, you have to follow .php extension. Just you have to type .php file name and then the .php for PHP file, and then you have to follow question mark less than question mark and then PHP and then question mark. In this tags, in between these tags, you have to write the PHP code. In between these tags, you have to write your PHP code. In Python, we have print statement to print the output, and then in the JavaScript, we have console.log to print the output. As same in the PHP, we have echo. We have echo to print the output. In this echo, we will be having in the echo, we have to print the output. Let us have some value in it. Hello hello developers. I have mentioned here hello developers in the echo. Now let us check how to run this program. Here you can able to see I have my server in the running state, like I have started the Apache and then the MySQL server. Now just you have to go to Chrome. Inside Chrome, we have to type localhost, and then your folder name. I have created web development as a folder name, and then the file name. I have made the file name as index.php. Let us make localhost and then web development. Here I can able to see hello developers. You have to provide localhost and then web and then the folder name. Just I have created web development. In the Chrome browser, if there is any spaces in the URL, it will occupy with random characters web development slash and then the file name. For the index.php file, there is no need to provide any index.php because by default it will consider the index.php file itself. If I remove this and then press enter, then also you will get the same output because it will directly runs the index file. You can able to see hello developers will be the output of the particular program. If I stop the server, I have just stopped the server, and then you can able to see if I refresh, it cannot able to run the application. The local host you can't able to run in the local host. You should on the Apache server in order to run the PHP programs. To run PHP, you should run the Apache server. To handle with the database, you should start the MySQL server. Is this clear? Till now, anybody have any doubts? Hello. Till now, anybody have any doubt regarding how to run PHP? Okay, let us discuss one by one topic about PHP. If you have any doubt, you can directly chat in the chat box. Then, in this format, the PHP should return. You have to provide this tag, and then you have to close this PHP with this tag, and then inside you have to write your PHP code. And then how to comment the content in PHP. We use double slash for single line. If you have multiple lines, you will use in this format. We will comment. We use multi-line comment like you have to place slash and then star and then star then slash. In this format, we will provide for the multiple line comment. We use this format to comment the code. This is multi-line comment. For single line, we use double slash. Single line comment, we use double slash. I have commented because there will be no output. And then let's discuss echo hello developers will return the output as hello developers. If you place like echo hello developers in this format also, you will be getting the same output. Have a look. In this too, you will getting the same output. Here PHP is case insensitive. PHP is a case insensitive, like it can accept this echo as well, it can accept this echo, it can accept this echo too. In this three, you will getting the same output. There is no case sensitive things like in PHP. PHP is fully case insensitive. PHP is fully case insensitive. and then how to define a variable in PHP. Now we will discuss how to define a variable in PHP. We use in PHP we define a variable with the help of dollar. We have to place dollar and then the variable name equals to and the value to the variable. In this format we will define the variable echo dollar name. In this format we will define the variable. We use dollar to define the variable. We use dollar symbol to define the variable. In defining the variable we have some rules like the variable should not start with a number, should not be with a special characters except underscore, should not be include spaces. There are some rules and regulations to define a variable. There are some rules and regulations to define a variable. To define a variable, we have to follow some of the rules and regulations like the variable name should start with a alphabetical number, alphabet should not start with a number, and then there should be no spaces in the variable name, should not include any special characters. We can include underscore, except underscore we cannot able to use any other symbols. In this format we can define the variable name. Till now anybody have any doubts? Okay, let's continue the session. Let us cover some of the PHP concepts. In this format we will define a variable. In this format we will define the PHP and then how to apply HTML in the echo statement. Let us discuss how to apply HTML in the PHP. Let us make the name in h1 tag. In the echo we have to mention double quotes. Inside double quotes we have to mention the tag which we want to use. Let me apply h1. Inside this h1 we have to define the variable, like I have defined the variable name as name, and then we have to close the tag. We have to close the tag which we have been opened, and then finally a semicolon. If you run this you can able to see by this, you can able to get this output. This is h1 tag. In this h1 tag you will get this, and then let me show you some more examples. In this I will define another variable. This is I will define class, session equals to web development. In this I will mention in the in the paragraph tag I will mention paragraph. Inside paragraph I will mention the content. This is a web development. In the sense we have to define the variable session series. If you run this, you will be able to do. By running this, you will be able to get this. This is a web development series. You can replace the variable with this content. You can able to see I have defined session is a variable and then web development as a content, and then in the paragraph tag I have been replacing this content with this particular variable content. Is this clear? The output will be this. Is this clear? This is the one format of how to define a variable and then how to call the variable in the echo statement, and then another format is there to call the variable. Let me show you. I will define another variable. I will mention it as text. I will define the variable name as text. Inside this I will define the content like hello dev, and then in the echo I will mention, I will use single quote. Inside I will apply h1 tag, and then inside you can able to use dot and then dollar, then the variable, then you have to paste the dot, and then you have to close the h1 tag. In this format also you can call the variable. In this format you can directly call the variable, and then this is another format to call the variable. I will copy this also to show you. In the paragraph this is a, I will use single quote. Inside this is a, here the variable is not highlighting, so we have to use, we have to close the variable here, and then we have to use dot dollar text dot and then single quote. In this format also you can able to define the variable. This is the output. Here you can able to see hello dove. This is a hello dove series. This is the output. In this format also you can define the variable and then you can call the variable. Does anybody know, like, instead of echo you can use print as well in the PHP? Let me show you example. You can use print, then space, then I will mention hello. By running this you will getting the output like hello. You can use print statement as well in the PHP. You can use the print statement as well in the PHP. Let me show you. In this format you can print, use the print, and this then you can use in this format as well. In these two formats you can able to print the PHP code by using print, by using echo, you can print the output. Is this clear? In the print statement also, you can use the HTML tags. In the H2, I will mention this hello. If I save this and run, you can able to see. You can directly run the HTML tags also in the print statement as well as in the echo statements. Is this clear? Anybody have any doubts till now? And then in the same format, you can use operators to add the data as well. Echo $x plus $y. By running this, you will get the output of 10 at 30. By running this, you can able to get the output of 30. You can use in this format also in the PHP. Let me show you the output. You can able to see 30 as the output. And then in the PHP also we have some of the data types. Some of the data types that include in the PHP are like integer, then string, then float, then bool, then array, and then null. Let me have some examples about these concepts. Let me define variables like $a equals to, I will define a value of 5. I define the value of 5. For the $b variable, I will assign value like this is a string, and then for the $c, I will assign a float value like 3.14, which is a pi value, and then for $d, I will assign a boolean value like true or false. Then for $e, I will assign a value in the format of array. Inside array, I will mention some numbers 1, 2, 3, and then for null, I will assign a variable null. By this, in this format, these are all the data types of the particular in the PHP. If you have doubt regarding this, in the PHP I have told like in PHP we have so many built-in functions. By this, you can able to find the type of the variable. For this, to find the type of variable, we have to use var dump of $a. If you run this, you will get the output like, I will comment this everything. If I run this, you can able to see it is a int of value of 5. You can able to see it is a integer, and then it has a value of 5. It is indicating like it is an integer value and then having a value of 5. If I mention for this, for $b, you will get the output like it is a string of 5 length, and then the string is Akram. You can able to see the length of the string is 5 characters. It has mentioned the 5 character length and then the string. If you mention for C, this is a float value. It will mention float and then the value. If for the boolean, you will be getting the boolean which is true. It will mention bool and the value as true. For E, which is a array, if I run this, you can able to see it will indicate a array of 3 length. You can able to see 1 2 3, which is the length of the particular array with length 3. At the 0th index, it is indicating like it is a int with the value as 1, and then 2 is a integer with the 2, and then the third number as in the second index we have 3 in this. If I mention the third index value as something, if I run this, you can able to see Ajay as string with 4 letters and then the string. Is this clear? If I mention for the $f, which is a null, you will get null. Are you clear with the data types and then how to print the particular data type by using valdump? If you have any doubts, kindly reply in the chat box. Till now we have covered what are all the basic concepts like what is PHP, and then the applications and the key features of PHP, and then we have came across how to declare a variable, and then how to print the values, and then how to run the PHP by using server. Now we are seeing like how to declare a variables and then how to get the type of the particular variable. Like in so many interviews, you can able to see some of the questions asked in those interviews like count the number of words in the particular, count the number of characters in the particular word, and then how count the number of words in the particular paragraph. These are all the basic programs which have been frequently asked in the interviews. For those programs in the PHP, we have built-in functions. Let us have some of the built-in functions. By using those, how to use those? Let me see. I will remove everything. I will comment it out. Okay, let us take a variable. First of all, let me show you how to find the length of the particular string. For this, we have str len. By using str len function, we will calculate the length of the particular string. Hello. Hello is a 5-letter word. You can able to see hello is a 5-letter word. If you run this particular program, you can able to see 5 as a particular output. By using strlen, you can able to get the length of the particular string. If you mention space and then save, if you run this particular program, you will be able to get 6 as a particular output, because it will calculate the spaces as well. The strlen function will calculate the spaces, and then the length started with 1. It will count the length with the letter starting with 1. You can able to see it is a 5 character, and then I have provided space. If you remove the space, it will make the length of the particular string as 5 characters. And then I will define a variable like para. Inside this para, I will have type some default content. In the paragraph, I will define hello developers, good evening, which is the hello developers, good evening, which is the particular para variable holds. Now let us count the number of words in the particular paragraph. For this, we have a built-in function like in the echo, we have to place str underscore word underscore count. This is the built-in function. Just mention the variable, and then last just place a semicolon. Echo str word count and the variable name. Inside this particular paragraph, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 words. If you run this, you can able to see 4 as the output. You can able to see 5 is the particular str length of the particular word, and then in the paragraph we have 4 words. You can able to see hello developers, good evening, which is a 4-word paragraph. So by using str word count, we can directly get the number of words in the particular paragraph by using str word count. And then we have some other like to find the particular position of the particular word in the paragraph. Like good is in the good is the third word in the particular paragraph. We have other program like which will find the particular position of the particular word. For this, we use str position. We use the str position function, and then we will define the variable. Inside the was all the para. Inside this, we have to provide a comma, and then we have to provide the word which you have to find. I have to find the good. I will provide over here good. What does this particular condition will do in the sense? It will find the particular position of the particular word good in the particular paragraph. You have to provide the entire content. Inside this content, it will find the good value in the particular paragraph. If you run this, if I run this, you can able to see at the 17th position the particular good starts. You can able to calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. After 17, the particular word good starts. If you mention hello, you can able to understand easily. If I mention hello and then run, at the 0th index, the value starts. Is this clear? And then we have some more other built-in functions. Let me discuss. Here I can able to see this is a paragraph with capital letters and then small letters. This is a paragraph with some small letters and then capital letters. Let us have a function like to capitalize each letter and then lowercase the entire paragraph. We have str upper, str to upper, which is a function in PHP. Then we have to provide the particular variable. If I run this particular paragraph, you can able to see it will capitalize each letter. It will capitalize the each letter. Here you can able to see it will capitalize each letter by using str upper, str to upper. It will capitalize the each word in the particular paragraph. It will capitalize. It will capitalize the each letter of the particular paragraph. If you want to lowercase each letter of the particular paragraph, you have to place just str to lower, str to lower. By using lower, you can able to see it will lowercase the entire paragraph. Is this clear? How to use str upper, str to lower? Does anybody have any doubt regarding those functions? And then we have another function to replace the content in the particular paragraph. Here we have hello developers, good evening. Let us replace this evening with morning. We have another function like echo. In the echo, we have to place str replace, str replace. Inside this replace, we have to provide the word which I have to replace. I have to replace the evening, so I have to send the particular word which I have to replace with content which I have to replace. The content which I have to replace, and then the content with which I have to replace with this particular content. I have to replace the evening with morning, so I have mentioned evening with morning, and then where I have to modify. I have to provide where I have to modify. So I will provide the particular variable $para. For this particular str replace function, you have to send the three parameters. The particular content which you have to replace, then the content with you have to replace, and then where to replace. If I run this, you can able to see the output as Hello developers, good morning. It has been replaced the content with good evening with morning. We use str replace to replace the particular word or content. And then does anybody have any idea how to reverse a string in any language? How to reverse a string in any language? Does anybody have any idea how to reverse a string? Hello. How to reverse a string? Kindly raise your hand. How many of you know how to reverse a string in any language? Either it is in Java, C, Python, or even in PHP. In Python print. Yeah, in PHP we have built-in functions. You can use built-in functions to reverse the string as well. Let me show you example. We have to use